Step right up, folks. It's time for the Crafty Bunch Carnival. So we're so glad that you're here. Oh, I see some crazy hair sticking straight out back there. Welcome, welcome. So we are having a pop-up event. This is not normally one of our days that we have something in the Crafty Bunch, but we're having a carnival this evening, and it runs clear through. Our last presenter starts out at midnight tonight. So actually it's 12 a.m. So I hope that you'll have your, spend some time this evening watching our crafters. We are going to have so much fun this evening. And so I am Christy at My Artful Adventures. I got some carnival colors on for you today. So the Crafty Bunch is a free group, and so and I am streaming on Facebook and YouTube this evening. So if you see somebody saying something that you don't know where the question or comment is coming from, that's probably why. They're probably on the other platform. So we are going to have a good time this evening and just do all kinds of carnival type things. How's that? So tonight I've got something fun for us tonight, and it seems relatively easy, but sometimes those things that seem relatively easy all of a sudden can take a turn to where we never know what's going to happen, right? So step right up, folks, and get your tickets to the Crafty Bunch Carnival this evening. We're going to have a lot of fun. Hey, Angie, thanks for sprinkling me in. And let me go ahead and make sure I can see comments on Facebook. I think that's probably where most of our people are going to be this evening, and that's just fine. We like all of our friends, no matter what platform they're on, right? So tonight I am going to be making a little wall decor piece. Well, actually, it doesn't have to be on the wall. You could just stand it up, and it's going to be kind of small. We're going to start with using an 8x10 canvas and some printables. And so I've got some helpful hints for you this evening on how to do that. Sometimes that can be a little bit, you might wonder what you're doing and how that's going to work. So I'm just making sure I got some paper towel here too. So I think I'm about good to go. And so it's time, and we've got people coming on in. So welcome. Step right up, everybody. Get your tickets right here for the Crafty Bunch Carnival tonight. Oh my goodness. Hey, Terry. Nice to see you. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and move myself down to the other view of my workspace. There we go. So I've just got a little 8x10 canvas, and so you can see that's like that. And what I'm going to do tonight, I don't have any paint out tonight, and so eventually I'll probably put something around the edge, but I'm not going to worry about that. Now what I did was I have gone on to I went to, where did I go? Hey Mary, I went to Etsy. And so I just went in there and I was going to look for some carnival printables. That was what I looked for. And so all I did was I found something, and I found a cute set that had all kinds of papers, and this actually was 2 of the papers, and I just went ahead and I only printed 2 of them. And it's fun when you can find printables that look like they've had all of the work done for us, right? And so, I mean, I could spend all my time doing all of the inking and the dotting and doing all kinds of stuff. That's really not a problem, and that's always fun. But sometimes if you want to make something just kind of fun, you don't have to go to all of that work. There's, utilize things. And by all means, handmade crafts and technology can work hand in hand. And so today I'm going to show you, we're going to get started here. So I went ahead and and we'll talk a little bit more about how to do some of this, but I'm going to go ahead and get this started so that it can have a little bit of time to dry, because it's going to have to dry in between things. Hey Jeannie, and following me is going to be Jeannie from Jeannie's Palette. So this is going to be fun tonight. We don't normally run so late with everything. So I can hardly wait to see what everybody's going to come up with tonight. So this is a little bit of Mod Podge. You could use some gel medium if you wanted to. I think so many of us just use some, we just use Mod Podge because it's easy, it's relatively inexpensive, and I'm just gonna bump it up here. Now I've torn these on the edges so that they don't have such a sharp edge, and then I'm just gonna put this over the top as well, kind of seal it down. And I have something that we're gonna put on afterwards too. We're gonna use the technique. Now I'm brushing this on with this, you know, for this part, but we will be using the iron-on technique for a part of it as well. So I just used this one to make a border. I just made these little strips, tore the strips out, but I thought this was fun. And here's my color choice for our carnival tonight. I did come up with something that looked a little bit more carnival colors, right? I just have my regular Crafty Bunch shirt on, and then one of my aprons. But hey, it's red and yellow, and look, we've got some red and yellow here in what we're making tonight. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and run that off of the edge, and I'm just gonna put this on all 4 corners. Wild Child Mercantile, she's here with us today too. I had to leave. We had something going on, and I had to be gone when we first started. So I got back just in the nick of time, and I just got to see a little bit of Wendy's. So I've got to go back and see what everybody has done so far. And I didn't miss too much though, because we started a little bit later in the evening. So we'll see. We'll have to just go back. But that's what's nice about if you're in the group, being able to just watch all the replays and everything right there. Makes it super easy. So I'm just making sure I get this all down here and just do this last part over here. So you just want to make sure you've got the Mod Podge where you need the paper to stick down. And like I said, I just printed these off. Oh, and what I did is I've got you know, it's just this is inkjet printing, and I used what I've been using that has worked out okay, and it's not terribly heavy, is this is some HP, well, let me look. It's just called all-in-one paper. It actually is, I think you could use it for a laser jet or an inkjet, and it's just 22-pound paper, and it's pretty white. Let me see. They usually tell what the white 96 is its number for how white it is. Okay, so there we've got that. Make sure I've got that on the edges real quick. And let me dry that a dab so we can carry on. You guys, isn't this fun? You know, it's always fun. You never know what kind of things we're going to be doing, right? So, do you guys know, who can tell me if you know this? You may not, you may not. Only got part of this. Let me see if I can move this over a little bit. Who knows where kind of our modern day carnival, what we think of as carnival, does anybody know where that originated? Let me know if this is too loud, and I can go ahead and I can watch comments and mute. So we'll see. Anybody know? Anybody know where our modern concept of carnivals originated? I don't know, and I feel bad because I don't even know if anybody else asked any kinds of trivia questions. You know what? I need to stop that because I need to go on. I need to do this part too. Almost forgot. We need to put this one down. Let's see. I'm not getting any. I don't know if my comments have stuck. Let me look real quick. Let me refresh. You know, that's one nice thing about our Crafty Bunch is you can just refresh what you're watching. Nope. No, I wasn't missing anything. Okay, so now I need to go back over that a little bit because where I'm going to lay this next piece of paper is going to be on some of it. I know I need it all on this white part of the canvas. These canvases are nice if you're going to do something that's a mixed media, because when you use the stretched canvas, it works out a little bit better. If you use the little canvases that are on the boards, a lot of times you might get enough stuff that's, you might have so much moisture on it that you end up kind of warping the little board canvases. Okay, so I'm just going to put this on here. Oh, no. Oh my goodness. This is what I was going to tell you. Okay, so I printed these off on that paper, and then to get a nice line to where it's just torn and it's not a sharp, harsh line as if I were to use scissors, I just took it and I just pressed it back and forth several times, you know, over and over, so it's almost ready to tear just as it is. And I like to turn mine over this way to tear it, and a stainless steel ruler is really great to put down to use as your thing to tear against. And I like to tear this way. That way, for this piece anyway, then anything white is not showing on that other edge. No, we don't have any answers. Oh, Terry says Portuguese people. Hey, Nancy. Well, Brazil. Brazil is where we kind of got our modern day concept of carnival. Okay, so now I've got this around here, and I could have easily just done the border and done this over the top. So it really doesn't matter which way you put it on. And then we're just going to give it a good press here. Make sure that it's adhered down to that first layer. And this, I can tell, needs a little bit more under here. So don't be afraid to kind of lift it up to get enough sticky stuff under. Got to have the sticky stuff, you guys. Yeah, Terry, isn't it? I thought this was cute for carnival colors, right? And then you can kind of slide your brush in there. Let's make sure we got enough up here. And then when this is done, we'll take off this other, these edges that are hanging out around the outside edge, because that's just excess. And now I can tell there's kind of a big bubble in there. I hope that had enough that it's almost like that didn't have enough under there. I'm going to flip it over here and really give it a good press in there. Oh my goodness. That is a you know what? Well, it is what it is. That's crazy. You know what? Maybe if it had some, I tell you what, I'm going to use that press method. And so when we press that down there, that might take care of it for us. So I sure hope so. So let's go on to our next step. And this is what I wanted to talk to you about. You guys, I'm afraid I'm going to be done really super fast. That's odd. We'll have to figure out some other things to add on to here. Okay, now let's go ahead and let's talk about this part. This is going to be a lot of information sharing for you, okay? Yeah, I know, but I think I've got so much of it in there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and flip it over now, and I'm going to turn my little iron thing on and see if I can't get it pressed in there already, because that's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug me, so we'll see if we can't do that. Okay, so while that's heating up here, I wish I had last time I had one of my silicone pot holders from the kitchen in here, but I don't have that right now. I need to get this in water, or I don't want that to get all sticky, or I'll just dampen it. I don't like leaving my brushes in the water because that's not good for them, you guys. Let me just try this. See if it's hot enough to just stick that, because I'm sure I got that Mod Podge over the whole thing. Yeah, I think that's starting to seal it down. Do you know the other day was the first time I ever tried to do it with to do this pressing method? Hey Nora and Sue. Oh, you guys, and I have, last time I just used one of these Teflon sheets over the top of it because I couldn't find my parchment paper. I still don't know where the parchment paper is. And I have two. I'm not going to buy another one because I've got 2 whole rolls of it. 2 rolls, and I don't know where either one of them is. How crazy is that? Okay, so let's talk about this. So what I did was I found another printable, and I think I got this one off of, it's called Hungry JPEG. So Hungry, and then JPEG, and I think it's .com, and they have all kinds of things. And so that was where I found this, and actually it was 3 long strips of really cute Carnival graphics. And so I just enlarged this on my word processing software. So I did that, and then I went to I found a quote, and I thought this was fun. Life is a carnival filled with joy, laughter, and endless possibilities. And so I have an app on my phone, and it's called Word Swag. And you can type something in, and what I did was I said that that I want you. They have what they call free pictures. Well, one of the things of a free picture is just a white background, or you can tell it that you want your background to be transparent. So of course I want my background transparent, and so then you can type in whatever you want, and then it has all kinds of ways that it will do the words. So basically you can have it do word art. And I mean, there's so many styles, and within each style there's all kinds of variations of how it turns up. So you might be like just poking, choosing one, going through, and then there's one that's got like 2 dice, so you can hit that, and it's basically you're gonna roll the dice and see what it picks for you. And so you can almost always find something fun to do that. So I saved that, and then I added that in, and then I put it on this same, actually I was able to get it since I knew that we were just doing a small canvas tonight. I just put it on a regular letter size piece of paper, right? Thanks, Nancy. Yeah, I love this too. Okay, so then what I did was I wanted to print it on tissue paper. Now look, you guys, this is some of that tissue paper that's got the glitter in it. Well, when I started to get out plain white, the plain white wasn't handy, and I sort of think it's in with my Christmas stuff. And so I thought, well, I had white and it had glitter, and I thought, well, that would be kind of fun on our carnival thing. So I thought, why not do that? And so these are my tips if you decide that you want to try to print from your printer on tissue paper. You want to iron it and get it as flat as possible, because anywhere that is raised or doesn't run through your printer real easy, it's going to catch I can't remember what they call it that runs back and forth with the ink. Oh, shoot, I can't think what that is. It's like, the little carriage thing that runs back and forth and back and forth. And so then when I pulled this out, I could see this wasn't real flat. I should have had this pulled more tightly over the edge, but this is what I did. I cut my paper big enough to go clear over the edge, and so you don't want it to be loose around the edge because you want it to be tight so that it's not, you don't have all of the loose area on it to catch and do this. So since you don't want that, you gotta have it tight. And then you need your end that goes in, you need that to be flat so that it doesn't catch. And you can see down here, I didn't do anything. Now, I maybe could have tucked that too, but I really didn't need to. So there's how that is. And so now we're just going to release that. We'll just take that apart. So, that's sometimes you want to make your own stuff, right? You have an idea like this. I mean, I didn't have anything for carnival stuff sitting around. And I got to be careful because I don't want to rip that. I do want to I will be tearing that just like our other stuff. So we've got that more rough, non-straight cut edge. We're going to take this off. So we're going to get it. We're going to get it. So you guys, what's your favorite thing? Tell me what you think is your favorite thing. Like if you go to a carnival for food, what's your favorite thing to get for food at a carnival, you guys? There's all kinds of stuff, right? There's cotton candy and funnel cakes. What's your favorite? And you can get hot dogs and all kinds of things. And a fair, a lot of times we'll go, to like a state fair, and boy, a lot of that is pretty much like carnival, right? Oh, Terry likes cotton candy and turkey legs. Let's see. Oh my goodness. When we used to go, not a carnival, but when we used to go to the state fair in Minnesota, there was a place that had chocolate chip cookies and they sold them fresh. I mean, hot out of the oven. And there would be so many people lined up. It was absolutely incredible how many people were waiting to get cookies. And they would sell them either like in a paper cone, or they actually sold them like a little plastic bucket full. And it had a lid with it. So unless you had an awfully big group, you're probably going to be taking some home. And I tell you what, they would make cookies out of that place like nobody's business. And they would also, at some point, they made, I don't remember if they, started with 2 of them, but they eventually had 2 locations. And it looks like a little house. And you can walk up like on 3 sides of it. You guys, I'm struggling here. I don't know why I don't just cut some of this, because we're going to cut, we can tear the other part anyway. I guess I just wanted to do it the hard way tonight. Oh, elephant ears. Now, Nora, is that like a funnel cake? Is that what otherwise I'm not sure I know what that is. Honey and Bear Creates. Hello. Mary says sausage dogs with all the fixins. Sue says popcorn and frozen lemonade. Okay. So now I'm tasked with trying to fix this mess that happened from the printer, you guys. So I am going to try to get some of that torn off without ruining everything. I think this will be okay. Okay. That's not bad. I got most of that. And then around here, I think I'm just going to have to wing it. And the paper all doesn't have to be super squared off and everything. Now, if you were doing this and you wanted to do layers and layers and layers of stuff, you could do that. And that's why this doesn't really matter. And I think actually I'm going to tear it across through here. Just kind of like this. Oh, I'm making a big mess over here at the side of me. Deep fried bread with cinnamon and sugar. Oh, yeah, Nora. I don't think I've been to one where they had that. Oh, let's have another question about our thing. Let's see. What have we got here for a question? You guys you'll all know this. What is the famous carnival that's celebrated here in the United States? I'm not, and that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not even going to tell you the state. When you think of a carnival here in the United States, what do you think of? Corn dogs, yeah. Yeah, we like corn dogs at our house. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tear some of this off because it's got some more of that random misplaced ink. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect here. And if it goes over the edge, that's fine because we'll pull that off as well. Okay, and then let's get this part off. Oh my goodness. Who knew they were just going to come and watch me tear paper? Well, somebody has to do it, right? Somebody has to be the paper tearer. Okay. And I put this design pretty close to the bottom because I figured that I would kind of try to rest this along the bottom. I had all kinds of ideas about, you know, how I might like to do this. And this is what I finally came up with. I thought about doing some painting for the background or, you know, whatever. And then I thought, well, if it looked more like a mixed media piece, that would be kind of fun. And a mixed media piece can take a little bit of time to do. Just because you do layers and layers and layers of stuff to really make it fun. That's the way you get it the most fun and the most interesting. If any of you have ever done that, you know that's how that goes. And you just keep adding. Sometimes if you make a mistake and you really are unhappy with the way something looks, you can just take, you can just go ahead and take some gesso and put it over. Oh, I didn't even look back up. Oh, okay. So, Ringling Brothers, no. Did you know that they don't even do that anymore? I just found out about that not long ago. They don't even have that circus anymore, if I'm correct. I think that's what I read. Hey, Lisa. Yes, Mardi Gras. Terry got it right. Lisa. Yeah. Rides. Wendy, do you like the rides the best? Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this right along here. Oh my goodness, that's kind of high. You know what? We're going to do some more tearing. I think I did not think so much about my my border. That's okay. So if you're going to tear something like this, it's, you know, this is how, when you tear, or when you've got different pieces, you know, you just keep layering and layering and layering, and that's how mixed media pieces come together. So I'm going to do this because I might want that down a tiny, just a skosh bit lower. Okay, so now I'm going to stick this under something so it doesn't get away. All right, so now we gotta have some more Mod Podge. And we will start putting the rest of it down. Yeah, Terry. Well, that's because that's such a big one. So yeah, I'm not surprised that was the first one you thought of. Oops, well, ew, I got all icky. Get that out of the way. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this all the way to the edges, because at this point I don't really know how far out that's gonna be. And even if this part that I've been working on just now on this tissue paper comes clear over to the edge, that's okay. All of it is just meant to be layered up at this point. But I love this paper. It looks like, you know, it just gives it a lot of dimension with all the stuff going on, right? Okay, now I think this will do it for now. Oh, let's see. Should I put that on wet? You know, I was thinking I would put that on wet. Let's just do it, you guys. Or should we put it on dry? I don't know. Sometimes I really mess it up. You know what? Let's just put all of this on here and then dry it again, and then we'll use our little heat method to apply it. I've not done it like that with my tissue paper before. I've done things like this and used tissue because it's a great way to, you know, put your own words on or something. If you don't have a stencil, you know, or you want to have something specific on, you know, that's a way that you can do it to print it out, is to just, you know, print it on some tissue paper. Okay. So, you know, bright colors are kind of associated with carnivals. If you were going to pick bright colors for your carnival, what colors would you pick? Give me like a combination of colors. Like if this was going to be the Terry Carnival, what colors would you have? Or Lisa, Wendy, everybody that's on here. Sue, Nora, let's see who's maybe still here. Mary, Nancy, anybody that's still on and watching, what would you have your carnival color combination be? I don't know, my favorite colors are like a combo of like blue and purple and green with just a few highlights of maybe yellow, orange, or red. Does that make my favorite color the rainbow? Probably. Okay, oh, so we're getting some answers here. Let's see. So, Wendy says red, blue, yellow, and black. Yep, that's kind of like what we got going on right here. Nancy says bright colors like we've got here. Nora says turquoise, pink, and white. Ooh, that'd be fun. Terry says pink, purple, and red. Oh, that'd be fun too. Okay. Okay, that's pretty dry. Let's try this. So now I can just place this exactly where I want it. Oh yeah, this really... Yep. I don't know. Shall we just take it down to the yellow line? Let's do that. We can bump it over here. Okay. Now I gotta get out my little... where did I put it? What did I do with my mat? Oh, there it is. It fell on the floor. Now what I'm gonna do, since I couldn't find my... whatever I said. What did I... Oh my gosh, I can't even think. What's the white paper that I just said I couldn't find? Parchment paper. Maybe, I think I might have called it butcher paper. So last time I had some of this stuff that was on here and it kind of gucked up my little iron thing. So I'm just going to put a piece of white paper down on top of this today. I think that will be more helpful in keeping that a little bit clean. You never like all your stuff messed up. Yes, Nancy, parchment paper. Oh my goodness. Let's see. And Sue said orange, yellow, and red. Yep. Lisa says primary colors. Yes. I tell you what, they really do try to use bright colors for carnivals, don't they? So let's see how this does. Now I'm kind of concerned about it because, you know, it's got that void in the center of the canvas. So I'm not sure how this is going to do on that. Might have to flip it over and do the back just like we were doing before. Which that's not a problem. Oh, look, my carnival has come to life in there. Oh my goodness. So my granddaughter is going to go to a concert after a while. Her mom has taken her. And so she's got a couple of friends that are coming over. And then they're going to ride together. So they're all excited. It's a crazy look going on, I can tell you that. Okay. Oh, there. That's sticking on there really good. And I'm just going to do this. And I am going to put another layer on the top too. But there, look at that, look at that. Oh, I'm happy with how that's going. Turn that off a second. And let's put some more on here so we can get our little phrase on. So we'll just put that on here. Look, it's going to be, this is going to work out pretty close to our time. I love it when that happens. But how fun. And then, I mean, you could put other stuff over the top of this. You could still add some more ink. In fact, I'm really surprised how white this looks on here. It does, maybe when I put, it really is a lot more opaque than when I have done this before. And this time I think I'm just going to do this. Oops. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's just dab it on here. And you can still see through to the back. You can see that color coming through. Just gonna pounce this on. Sometimes I like to use my fingers because then I can tell exactly where it still needs some and like how much maybe. There. In fact, I'm just going to do that now. And then let's just put some down here so it's all sealed. We want it to all be sealed over the top. I tell you, there used to be a product that Ranger made. Oh my goodness. I think it was the very best for doing this kind of stuff. It sealed so well. It wasn't sticky when it was dry, even if you live somewhere that was kind of humid. And guess what? They quit making it. So I don't know. That's kind of annoying. Always when you find the good stuff, they quit making it, right? How many times have you had something like that happen? More often than I would care to. Okay, I'm gonna pop that in there now. Okay, so let's go ahead and dry it so then we can knock the edges down. All right, Let's see. I love my little dry. I tell you, I'm concerned about my little dryer here. Yes, it's much quieter than my old one, but sometimes it kind of makes a rattling noise. I don't know what that's about, but it's so much quieter than my other one. But you could put more glitter on here. You could do all kinds of stuff, whatever that you wanted to, add on here. You could add any kind of other color. But I thought it would be fun. I really thought that the background would show through more. Well, actually, now that I've got the Mod Podge on here, it really is starting to show through a little bit more, isn't it? I like that. I thought this would be kind of fun. Something different, right? Thanks, Nancy. I don't know, Nancy. I honestly can't imagine what. And actually, one of the people who we found out about the product from, she was like one of the artists that worked with Ranger for different things. And she was the one that had told us about it. And so, she got a whole bunch of us hooked on doing that. And she always was making little mixed media things. And so it was really kind of sad. Oh yeah, there's a lot more of that color that has come through in the background. But when you're doing something like that, you can just go ahead and you just, when you're working with it on your computer, like any of your images, you can just flip it over. Reverse the thing. Like, I think I had to reverse this so I could get my, sometimes you just look at something and you think, well, I think I'd like it better like this. So I kind of wanted my words on this side. So then that made the Ferris wheel too big over here. And so I just, got in there to my word processing program and just flipped it around. Now it'd be fun if you had some, some stickles that are different colors, which I do have. I don't know if I've got any red. If I've got a red one, that would be cool to use red and gold and kind of do some line work on the tints right here. Wouldn't that be fun? Kind of give that a little different look. But following me is going to be Jeannie. Jeannie's palette. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay, I think that's enough, and let's go ahead and knock these edges down real quick. Oh, stickles! Let me grab one, Wendy. I'll show you what they are. Here's some stickles. It's basically glitter in a glue, so it's contained glitter. That's my favorite way of glitter, is when it's contained. Hey, Dana. If it's contained, I like it much better. I don't like it like all over the place. Oh my goodness, sometimes we'll have something and we'll have glitter everywhere if I use it. It's so funny. And on me. My husband will be going, you have glitter on your face. I tell him it's from my sparkling personality. Yes, I think the friends are arriving, you guys. The friends to go to the concert. Well, goodness. But yeah, like I said, that paper that I've been using, that is just that 22-pound paper, that's just like a regular printer paper. I like it. It's not too heavy if you're going to use it for something like this. I'm going to go ahead and tear that. Man, my file is starting to need a little help. You know what? Let's just snip some of this off. I can come back later and do that, but this will give us a chance to look at it with all the crazy corners not hanging off, right? Oh, it's easier to cut it from the outer edge in. And then I can always paint the, you know, this outside edge too, so it's not just on the canvas. So that'll be fun. We'll get some color on the edge. Probably some, I don't know, just one of the colors in this border I think would be the best. Be fun, fun, fun. But this is there's a first look at the end product. So you guys, let's go see what Jeannie is going to be up to. Thanks so much for coming to our carnival tonight. And I appreciate you being here with me tonight. And let's go see what other people are doing. They might be cooking or playing some other games. I'm not sure. We had all kinds of things that were thrown out there that, you know, we might think about doing. And so part of it was what you might see at a carnival. Here's something you might see at a carnival, right? You guys, let's go see Jeannie. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.